Hey YouTube, my name's Nissa and today we're going thrift shopping specifically for spring decor. I am so excited for spring to be coming. Sadly, today it's a really gloomy day, but this week it's supposed to be in the 70s and I'm so excited. I can't wait to get rid of this big winter jacket. I love thrifting. If you're new here, I got this jacket from the thrift store. I got this shirt from the thrift store and this sweater. Literally everything I buy clothing wise is from the thrift store and probably like 80% of my home decor. Today we are specifically looking for home decor. I am going to be giving my bedroom a brand new makeover, and after this video that is what you're going to see next. So hit the subscribe button if you want to see how I decorate my bedroom, and let's go shopping for some spring decor. The first place we are headed is Habitat for Humanity Restore. Habitat for Humanity probably is my favorite place to go thrift shopping. There's always amazing deals here and so much to find. If you're doing any renovations, this is definitely a place you want to check out because they have a ton of building materials, appliances, furniture. I was looking at the appliances because we need a new fridge for our camper. We got our dining room table from here actually. They have so many dining tables, and I wanted to take a quick look at the mirrors because I do want to find a new mirror for my bedroom. I ended up finding this nice oval mirror and I really liked the wood and the shape of it. However, it wasn't exactly what I was envisioning for the spot that I want a mirror for in my bedroom. So I did end up putting it in the cart just to think about it. Sometimes when I want something and I'm not sure about it, I'll put it in the cart and just like walk around with it while I'm in the store, and then I can always put it back if I need to. But I just do this to help me like continue to look at it and get a good idea. They had so many dressers and furniture here. I saw this cute little like hutch. I thought this would be really nice like on the floor for like books for kids or their toys, just a nice little mini cabinet. I also saw this really cute picture. It was giving like mermaid vibes and really caught my eye. It was $10. I ended up leaving it there because we don't really need another picture. I also saw this nice canister set. I love looking at canisters, especially because I have an open shelving kitchen, so it's nice to store things in them. I didn't think these were the greatest, but I saw this really cute vase. I love vases. They're great for putting stems in, and this one already had some stems already in it. They were a little sparse, but I feel like that could be like a nice look somewhere, so I'm putting this in the cart to take home with me. I think I might have a spot for that. And I found this really nice tray. I'm gonna take this home with me as well and use it in my bedroom. I think it'll be really cute if I put like perfumes on it, or maybe just like some hair accessories. I don't know, I could definitely use it for something. And then I saw these adorable little carrot thing. I don't even know what this is, but I thought it would just look so charming in my kitchen if I hung it on the wall somewhere. So I'm definitely putting that in the cart. It was only $3. And I saw this beautiful plate set. I was obsessed with this set. However, it was so expensive. It was like $7 a plate, which I feel like is a lot for a plate set, but it is literally so pretty. If I had the money, I definitely would have brought this home with me. It's perfect for spring. My kids, I think I'm going to start a little chore and salary chart with them. And I was thinking a piggy bank would be nice, but I didn't love the cow one. Saw another nice little vase, so I'm going to take this home with me as well. I think I have some stems that I could put in this and make it really cute. It also matches the other vase really well, so I could definitely use them in the same room. Thrifting is so relaxing for me and literally feels like I'm on a treasure hunt. I love looking for like antiques and just things that have so much charm and personality to them. When we first bought our house, I was still a student and my husband was the only one working, so we didn't have a huge income, and that's when I got into secondhand shopping, and I really did just become in love with it. It's amazing how many beautiful things you can find at such an affordable price. I also saw this really cute riser. I thought it'd be nice to have styled with like a vase on it or some pictures. I ended up leaving it just because I couldn't think of a spot in my home that I could use it, and I didn't want to create any more clutter. These candlesticks also looked like sterling silver and they were $6 each, which just goes to show you can find high-end things at the thrift store. I was also looking at this plate because I have a turkey plate on my kitchen wall right now that I really want to replace with something for spring. I hung it up in the fall and was hoping to have a winter plate to put up, but couldn't find one in the winter. But now I'm on the hunt for a spring one. I also love looking at picture frames. I feel like you can find so many nice picture frames at the thrift store, and normally for really good prices. I saw this gold one that really caught my eye. There's also this wooden green one, which I thought was really unique, and that caught my eye as well. I thought it went really nicely with the gold one, so I took these two home with me. I have been trying to collect picture frames more because I want to start hanging up my kids' artwork in antique picture frames. I feel like that could be really nostalgic for them, and there's something about like creating those nostalgic memories that I just really cherish for my kids. I also stopped by the Easter section and they didn't have a ton there, so I looked at all their dressers and I saw this bookshelf and it really caught my eye because my kids really need a new bookshelf in their room. They have acrylic shelves and the books fall off of them all the time, so I decided to take this home with me and it was only $10, which I think is an amazing price. I am so thankful that I have my dad's truck this day because it is so nice to have a truck when you're going thrift shopping because you have the flexibility to pick up those larger items. All right, so I'm not upset with how that went. I have the receipt with me. And we got everything for $38.22. I feel like that is not terrible. I ended up not getting the mirror because I thought about it and the coloring on it was perfect, but it wasn't the shape that I really wanted. I don't know, I'm not painting my bedroom the color that I really wanted to paint it because we're hoping to move. So I'm kind of like giving up the paint color that I really want. So I should find a mirror that is going to make me happy and I'm going to enjoy like doing my makeup in front of every single day. You know? You know? Yeah. All right, let's move on. We are now going to the Goodwill. Moving on to the Goodwill, this is my favorite place to shop for clothes. I got my entire outfit that I'm wearing right now from here. These jeans, the jacket, the sweater, and the shirt, which is actually crazy. They just have the best clothes here for some reason. But I'm going to do my best to stay on target. They do have a good amount of home decor also a lot of the times that I come here. So we're going to head back and take a look. But as I was walking back, I just had to stop by the dresses. And I saw this brand new Quince dress. Quince is a great brand. They have a lot of organic cotton. This dress isn't quite my style, but I just wanted to share it because it's literally brand new. The one thing I will say about the Goodwill compared to Habitat for Humanity is that it's not always the most organized, and that can make it a little difficult to look through things. But I saw these canisters, which really caught my eye. I thought they were really pretty. I was looking at the baskets. Didn't really see much here, but I saw this cute little like floral arrangement with these paper flowers. I thought this could be really nice for spring. It originally was from Target in the $5 section. But I did decide to put it back because it wasn't quite my style. There was so much overstock here. I think from Target, there were a ton of Easter eggs, which was just crazy. There is a Target right next to this Goodwill, so I feel like they probably received a ton of like overstock from them, and that's what's going on here. There were these really nice canisters. Again, I'm like obsessed with canisters and I just love looking at them. I think they can be so practical for like things that you use every single day. We use a lot of gluten-free flour in my house and chocolate chips, so I love keeping those things in canisters out on the shelves. I ended up striking out in the home decor here, but I did run into this really pretty dress. I couldn't help but take a look at their clothing just because I always find so many nice things here. I also saw this shirt, which I found in the skirt section. I can't tell if it's a skirt or a shirt. It probably could be used for both, but I thought it could definitely be a moment for this summer, and I ended up really liking the dress as well. I don't normally wear red, but this one is just so pretty and I love the flowers on it. All right, sorry, it's getting dark out. Goodwill was kind of a bust, but I digressed and looked at their clothes. When shopping for clothes, I try to look for natural fibers. It doesn't always work out like that. Like this shirt that I have on here is definitely polyester, but I always like to read the tags so I know what kind of fabric I'm wearing. I ended up spending $21.48 at Goodwill. Not terrible either, but also not like an amazing deal. I ended up getting the red dress, which I think will be really cute in the summer. That's awkward. I feel very uncomfortable. And then I got this the white tube top. I think it can also be used as a skirt. So I'm curious how that will look. I didn't want to take my jeans off in there, so that's why I didn't like experiment with that. When we get home, I will. I got this J. Crew crew neck. I like the color a lot, and it's 100% cotton. This is 100% rayon, and then the red and white dress is a cotton and rayon blend, and I believe rayon is bamboo. It's supposed to be like comparison to linen. I could be totally wrong about that, but that's why I went ahead and got it because I was like, well, bamboo's pretty natural. I don't know. I try to avoid polyester and nylon and spandex as much as possible, but that's impossible with like workout clothes, I feel like, and I do to the gym pretty often. I really like fitted shirts, and you can't really find them in cotton either. So, yeah, you got to give and you take, you know. The last place we are checking out is to a thrift. This place is huge and literally has so much clothing and home decor. I've gotten a ton of toys here for my kids, and they absolutely love them. The one thing that I will say about this thrift store is that the pricing can be a little crazy. Some things are really affordable and cheap that you wouldn't expect, and then others are really expensive. They had so much Easter decor. They always have a ton of like holiday and seasonal decor here, which I love checking out. These little bunnies really caught my eye. I thought the thought of them, like the little moment, was really cute, but the faces kind of like weirded me out for some reason. I don't love things with faces on them. I don't know why. But they had so many baskets. I always love looking at the baskets. I feel like you can use baskets for anything. And I love looking at vases too because I just always want to put stems out. I love making my home feel as like natural and like earthy as possible. So I love bringing in stems. And I have really been into mini picture frames for some reason. I don't know. I just feel like you can just add them into any surface and they're just like a nice little touch and warmth. So I'm taking this home with me, and I saw these really pretty like fruit plate things. I don't even know. You're supposed to hang them up on the wall, and I really feel like they could look really nice in my kitchen. So I'm definitely bringing them home with me. We remodeled our kitchen this past year, so I feel like I'm still in the process of trying to just make it exactly what I envisioned. And I always love looking at just mini canisters. I don't know why. I think they're just so adorable. They remind me of like a little tea party, and I don't know, just like bring me back to childhood for some reason. So I always love looking at them. And this garlic one, I really regret not getting because I feel like that could be perfect for keeping your garlic in. Like, why did I leave that there? And then I finally found the perfect plate to replace my turkey plate. This one is just amazing for summer and spring. I love the colors on it and the flowers. It's gonna go nice with my little fruit art that I just got, so I'm super excited to switch that out. And I always love looking at these crystal trays. I think they could be nice for like jewelry, just the jewelry that you wear every single day. You could even use them for perfume or like hair accessories. I know they're supposed to be for like serving dishes, but I think they can serve multiple purposes. I thought this tray was also really cute. I liked the bubbles on the sides, but I didn't really need another plate like this, and I couldn't think of anything else to use it for. In my last thrifting video, I mentioned how I'm on the hunt for the perfect cake stand, and I saw this one with a really nice dome, but I didn't want a flat plate. I wanted one with like a pedestal. I also saw this really cute floral dish, which just really caught my eye, but again, I don't really need something like this, but it would be nice like if you leaned it up on the back of a shelf and used it as like an accent for decorating. Something that I always love looking at are mini clocks. I feel like they can be a nice thing just to add onto any little surface and just add character to. And it's really nice that they serve a purpose also. Like they have a very practical function to them. They had a huge selection here. I saw this really pretty antique one. They had so many that really caught my eye, and a bunch of mini ones too, which I thought would be nice if you could layer into certain areas of your home if you have like just some spare spots. This one I really liked because it had a cabinet, and I decided to take this one home with me. I think I might use this in my bedroom to store my perfume inside of so I don't have to keep it out, but I'm sure I could figure out other things to put in there as well. They also had this really cute measuring set. We have like some nice measuring cups already, so I ended up leaving this here, but it did just really catch my eye, and I like the neutral pattern on it. We need a new napkin holder, so I took a look at that one. Didn't love it. They had so many canisters for putting utensils in, and when I first saw this cutting board, I thought it was an apple, but then after looking at it a little closer, I realized it's definitely a pumpkin. But I don't know, let me know if you also think that it could be an apple. I feel like it could be one of those cutting boards that could just sit out on the counter like all year round. But I don't know, let me know down below what you think about that. I love looking at wood cutting boards and trays. It's always nice to just group items together on them and make surfaces look a little bit cleaner. Sadly, on this day, they didn't have a ton of options that I thought looked really nice, so I ended up moving on from this section. I did end up spotting these really pretty charcuterie knives. I used to make charcuterie boards all the time, and we recently just went on the Biblio diet and cut out pork because we wanted to see how it would make us feel. So I won't be making any charcuterie boards in the near future, but I did think if you do like to make them, these would be really nice. I also saw this cutting board or tray, whatever you want to call it, that had like all of these measurements on it, which I thought could be really handy. But I don't think I would ever use this that often, so I did leave it. But if you're into baking, that might be really nice. And again, I just have an obsession with canisters. I love looking at them, so I had to go and look at the canister section as well. That is the one thing I really like about this store, is that it is always so organized. They keep everything together, and this picture caught my eye. I love pitchers because, again, they're great for just putting flowers in. They serve a purpose if you want to put a drink in there. So yeah, I ended up taking this home with me. Something else I always love to check out at the thrift store is the bowls. I feel like you can find really pretty bowls here. This one I thought would be really nice for spring. You could display it on a shelf. I don't know, it was just so bright. I also saw this other one too, which was just like a bit warmer and giving more cottage vibes, but again, really pretty to have out and on display. Okay, this is the ridiculous that I'm talking about with two-way. This vessel was literally $25, and yes, it was very heavy, but it just looks so tacky and outdated in my opinion. There was this side table too that was literally going for like $6, and I thought it was the cutest little side table. So that's, again, like, I would just charge more money for this and less for that canister or that vessel, but I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. There's also this lamp. I really like looking at lamps like this that are not clear, that are a solid color. I feel like you can switch out any lampshade on it, and there's just so much versatility. Here was some random furniture that they had. And I wanted to take a look at the blankets and curtains, and I saw these placemats, which are literally, again, from Target. I feel like I'm finding so much Target overstock, but they were a pack of 4 going for $15, which I think is just way too much again. And there was this Threshold blanket too, which is also a Target brand. It was 100% polyester, so I decided that I was going to put it back. I put it in my cart, and then I was like, I'm going to read the ingredients or the materials on it, and yeah, I wasn't that impressed, but I did think it was like a pretty pattern. You can literally see they have so many blankets and bedding here, but yeah, I'm just showing you they were selling this for $3.50, which I think is, again, not a bad price. It is a small blanket, but I just cannot believe how much fabric that they have for sale here. Like, if you're a sewer or like someone who can like repurpose things, I feel like this is like the jackpot. There was also this hand knit blanket that really caught my eye. It reminded me of a blanket that my mom had in her house as a kid, and I was really thinking about taking it home with me, but I was like, why do I need this? I have so many blankets. And then I saw this little quilt, which I think was for like a toddler bed or like a baby play mat, but I wanted to just show you like how I was thinking I could maybe fold it to put it on my own bed, but it definitely was too small. Anyway, I just wanted to say if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching and sticking around. It really means a lot when you support my channel and engage in my videos. I hope you consider liking and subscribing and you found some inspiration in this video. All right, God bless.